Yo, this is Dova Blackhat Gaming. I do RPG games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout and many more. Subscribe to see more and enjoy the video.
Be careful here. Wouldn't want you, or me, becoming some forsworn.
Show yourself!
Not very impressive. Wow, this place is truly something else. In all these years, I've never seen anything quite like it.
I really miss my friends from home. Leandro used to sing the crudest songs while chopping firewood for us.
This looks promising.
Yes, early Akaviri stonework here.
We've got to get this bridge down. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the middle pillar.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what way is left in our way.
Wait!
Why are you stopping?
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure plates.
Be careful. We'll cross once it's safe.
Looks safe now. Let's move.
That's it. I think we must be close to the entrance.
Wonderful. Remarkably well deserved. Here's the Blood Seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt it's triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look
Try
here.
dripping blood
You
onto
see
the
how the
carving
ancient
on the
blades
floor.
revered Reman Cyrodiil? This whole place appears to be a
Carved seal on the floor.
after the so-called Battle of Pale Pass, the
It's
Akaviri
coming
went
to life.
This was the foundation stone of
After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot.
There's no telling what we might find inside.
Wow. That's the sculpture of Remen Cyrodiil. I am old. Very old.
Why is it that every place I go has giant spiders and rats? I could use a coffee right now, or an espresso. Ooh, and with some chocolate sprinkles.
Here is Alduin. This man goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Court ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlord, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in animal, mythic symbol. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? I was afraid you were going to say that. I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to ask the Greybeards for help. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old Blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped
I've
for.
been reading about some of the
Talos guard
princes
you.
in your mythology. Some of them remind me of the Lords of Chaos.
Prophecy brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the dragon. Here are the Akaviri, the Blades. You see their distinctive features. Now they need that ancient mission fulfilled as the last dragon.
You're a great alchemist. You know that, right? And that's coming from me.
Are you paying
so
attention,
it
Daphne?
means something.
You might learn something of our own history.
This place is incredible. The sheer history here. The mind boggles at how much we could learn. It would mean a lot to me if I could have a couple of hours to properly study all this. I'll just make a few notes, a sketch or two, that sort of thing. Do you mind? Oh, thank you. I'll try not to be too long. Yes. And this carving represents... I see. Fascinating. Fascinating. And what about this one? Ah, indeed. Thank you, my friend. That was most enlightening. And here, in honor of our original agreement. Right behind you.
So... what a day. Phew. I never thought I'd get to see a Blades temple, and an immense one at that. Skyrim, and by extension Tamriel, truly do have some wonderful and truly amazing things to see. Which is why I wouldn't want this world to come to an end, either by Alduin's hands or someone else's. There may be evil here, and sometimes things may suck, but there is some good to strive and keep fighting for, you know?
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Wind guide you. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? Yes, for matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand, or who you stand with. The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have. No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Wow, this temple truly looks like something else. Dragonrend, eh? Seems like the name of a legendary shout. If it fits the capabilities of disabling just about any dragon, that would be incredibly nice to have. Not just for Alduin. Do you need something?
Paarthurnax.
Right behind you.
Paarthurnax. Curious name. I wonder... No, surely not. A ridiculous notion.
This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will throw away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon. See you all on the next video. Enjoy life and stay gaming.
Walk with the All-Maker.